Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. We're out for another ride today. We're talking again about buyers of last resort, and we're changing categories now. I know it's a crypto channel. I'm trying to get it back to crypto, but it's all intertwined. Now we're going to talk about real estate, a topic that is near and dear to my heart. I used to do it for many years, love real estate. Unfortunately, it's really gotten corrupted by the financial system, but that's neither here nor there at this point. But I know there's a lot of people out there that I've talked to 2 or 3 people in the last few weeks about structuring deals. I used to do deal structuring. I used to do residential and commercial real estate. I'm very good at creative real estate and structuring deals. You know, that's a side thing that I do. If you want to know more about it, reach out to me. We can talk. But right now, I lost my Bitcoin. Oh well, I got my Litecoin pillow still back there. In any event, I saw a story which I'll link in the description below where thousands of houses are being bought, not just by one, but several large companies. And after the crash, let me explain what happened, how it's come to be this way, the squeeze on the middle class, and what's happening as a result. So, I'll try to tie it back to crypto at some point because it's all intertwined. But what's happening now in the real estate market? Let's flash back to 2008, the too big to fail, the Lehman Brothers, all the different banks that were bailed out, and what happened then with the real estate crash? All the real estate crashes that we had, you know, your own mortgages. Your people were writing their own mortgages. They were investors. I know this because I saw it happen. You can become your own loan broker and write your own mortgage. Should have been a red flag to everybody that that's what's going to happen. Where's that pillow? I'll find it later. Okay, so that happened. So then what happened after that is the last few years is that they decided, after 2008, there were a lot of investors and a lot of big firms that decided, like, hey, real estate's cheap now. Let's go buy some. So they started buying real estate. One thing led to another, and they bought more and more real estate. And then it became that they had a lot of cash. They had a lot of liquid assets that they could use to buy more properties. Fast forward to today, and we have big companies that own a lot of real estate that are doing a lot of rentals, and we've seen the rental market just explode in the last year or two. Rents are going 15 to 25% higher than last year. So, and if you read the article, it talks a lot about Tennessee, but it's basically small, bread and butter properties is what we used to call them in real estate. It's like 2 or 3 bedrooms, usually 3 bedroom, 2 bath, perfect starter home for a small than average size family, very easy to sell or rent, and that's what they're just snapping them up. And what these buyers are doing, and I don't remember the exact name of this particular buyer or company. It wasn't BlackRock, it was a smaller outfit, but they're still pretty large. They're buying thousands of properties, and they mentioned Tennessee, they owned half of the block in this one area. And they're not good. There's lots of claims against them. They're terrible landlords. They're really not good landlords. They don't do repairs well. They don't interact with tenants well. But it's a business to them. So that it's all algorithmically based. So much like they're algorithmically traders, they're algorithm traders. They're just quants, and automatic trades happen because they're just looking for certain criteria. Same thing happens to the real estate market. And they said in the article, when a property gets listed on the MLS or the MRIS, the listing system, the multiple listing service for real estate, the computers constantly scan for new listings, and within an hour or two, it can make a determination of, is it a good price? Should I make an offer? What should the offer be? What is it, a good rental market? They have all that done, and they're making offers within hours, all cash, and it could be at a slight discount, but it's a cash offer same day before someone can even, like the average home buyer, can go out and look at a property and decide if it's for them. So the competition is not fair. It is a company or companies with deep pockets buying properties based on numbers versus Mr. and Mrs. Jones trying to find their first home for their family as a starter, and they need to go visit it and make sure that's right for them. And it's a horrible marketplace, but what's happening now is, even with mortgage rates going up from 3 to 4 to 5% now, people are starting to get priced out of the market. It's getting even harder. But these cash buyers aren't going away. These cash buyers, these corporations buying property, they're still there. They're still snapping them up. In fact, they're even bigger predominant market because they know that they can buy and they can charge high rents because there's a high rent market. The problem is this. This is a recipe just primed for disaster, because the algorithms are saying, I can buy a house for, let's just say, middle America for $200,000. Pick a state, Tennessee, Texas, Oklahoma, Indiana, wherever. But they can buy it for $2,000, they can rent it, or buy it for $200,000 and rent it for $2,000, so the numbers work. The 1% rule was a typical rental number. Like if you can rent it for 1% of what you buy it for, it was usually a good deal. So, or at least a palatable deal. But with things going up in value and things going up in rental prices, that they have more latitude to buy even more properties. Here's the problem with this self-fulfilling prophecy: because they buy more properties, the prices go up, rents go up, because people can't, the inventory goes down, they're taking the inventory away. Well, what happens when the market starts to turn and then these numbers no longer make sense, and then the prices start to plateau and then come down? And same thing for rents, which can and will happen. It happens in a real estate market every 10 or 15 years. It just happens. The only reason it's persisting now is because people, there are buyers of last resort now. And actually there are buyers of first resort, actually, because they're getting the first bids out and they're undercutting in terms and conditions. It's an all cash, no inspection, no contingencies. They're just buying these properties as fast as they can, because these companies know that they will turn a profit. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in a year or two, it'll be profitable. And now they have more real estate inventory, and they're helping the rest of the real estate they already own by inflating the price values. So if you buy, let's just say there are 20 houses in a block, and you're an investor, and you buy a house for $300,000. You don't want to see a house on that block sell for under $300,000. In fact, if you're liquid enough and the numbers work for you, you'll buy next one for $310, because you get it for $310. And now the first one you bought is now worth $310. Then you buy the next one for $325, and you'll just keep doing this over and over again, building on the fact that this is how your numbers work, and this is what you need to do, and you just keep persisting and driving this real estate market, which, by all intents and purposes, 20 years ago would not be persisting as it is now. So these buyers of last resort become a buyer of first resort, because they want to persist everything, the entire climate that they've helped to build. And they don't own just one house, they own like 20 or 30 or 40, and they all want them to go up in value and charge more rents and so on. So that's what's happening in the real estate market. Tying it back to crypto, another buyer of last resort. So when real estate turns, then they're going to be looking for more safe havens, and that's when crypto will become a strong buy. So expect that to happen more and more. And again, what are your thoughts about this? This is what my perception is on real estate. And again, if you want to talk real estate with me, I'm available for appointments. I'm very good at deal structuring. I can make a lot of deals happen that people think are too thin or make no sense. So, hey, if you want to reach out to me for crypto or real estate, just let me know. Also, it's very end to start promotion, but the AMA is tonight. I am just getting that ready. It's all queued up. It's 8 o'clock Eastern, so come on and join me there. And as always, there's lots of stuff in the description. There's links, there's things to get. There's discounts for IRAs or CryptoConfidential or there's two options for IRAs. They're perpetual assets. There's Viva Capital. There's all kinds of things in the description. Just go ahead and look for it. And if you can't find something there, let me know. I'll go find something for you, and probably at least one version, if not two. So, lots said today. I'm going to close the drawer in the bureau, say follow leader, and hope to see you tonight on the AMA, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.